It's Friday. It is Friday. And I can't wait to talk to you. Because again, I love talking to you. I like to make sure you're good. What's going on, Miss Katrina? What's going on this Kenya Scopa? How's everybody doing this Friday? Hope everybody's doing great. How you doing, love? Good to see you, Miss Katrina. Good to see you. Good morning. Hey, babe, what's happening? Miss S. Doxson. That's my girl. What's going on, gorgeous people? What's going on? Let me just flip this thing around. You didn't see my kitchen. I always like to open up with the kitchen shot. Boom. But now I'm about to flip it. What's happening? What's good? Let me talk to you. I want to talk to you about how do you get better? How do you get better? First thing you do to get better, and it doesn't matter if it's losing weight, relationships, your money, your house, your whatever, your self-esteem, your state of mind. The first thing you have to do when you break this thing down, stop comparing yourself to everybody else. See, you'll think you're doing good until you start getting nosy. And see, that's half the problem. We get nosy. We don't stay in our own lane. We might stay in our own lane for a half second. You know, and I always compare it to keeping your head down. When you keep your head down, it's kind of like when you keep your head down. You ever see somebody take a test and they're taking that test and they're working on their stuff. They're working out their problems. They're solving their problems. They're finding their answers. They're computing stuff, figuring out some stuff, putting some theories together, putting some strategies together. See, and that's you sometimes. You're down here, but where you get in trouble is when you do this. When you start looking around, when you take your eyes off your work and you start looking at everything else around you and you start comparing yourself to everything and everybody, so much so that you neglect your success and you actually downplay your success because it's not on the level of somebody else's. See, the great thing about weight loss is for the past 10, 15 years, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I give you a great case in point. I had a person one time, she had lost 20 pounds in 1 month. And basically she was like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, all right, what's that? She's like, well, I'm kind of frustrated. I'm kind of discouraged. And I was like, why are you discouraged? Because I feel like I'm not losing weight fast enough. I'm like, wait, hold on. So how much did you lose this month? I lost 20 pounds. So when was the last time you lost 20 pounds in 1 month? I've never done that. But Trina over there, Trina lost 31 pounds in 1 month, and I'm trying to do that, but I only lost. See, that was the problem. She judged her success based upon somebody else. And the funny thing is, the person that she based her success off of, she wasn't even thinking about her because she was busy doing this. She wasn't looking around. She wasn't paying attention to everybody else. She had her nose to the grindstone doing her work. She wasn't even worried about other people. But for some strange reason, we get in trouble by always doing this. So much so, again, that we neglect our own success. Stop doing that. Again, you have to run your race. You have to run your race. You have to get to your destination. But you'll never get to your destination if you're always looking around being nosy. And if you're one of those, and if you're the type of person who's highly analytical, you really, really in trouble. If you one of those people who always like to break stuff down every day, you are in trouble if you're constantly looking around, because you'll take something that's small and make it a whole lot bigger than what it is. Stop doing that. Stay focused on what's in front of you. Find your answers here instead of always looking around. Again, I used to run track, and the greatest lesson that I learned from running track is this. I was trained by Coach Charles Foster, who was an Olympian, and the greatest lesson he ever told me was this: always run your race. It doesn't matter what's going on to the lane, to the right of you or to the left of you. The only thing that matters is what's down that lane in front of you. Focus on that. Focus on your time. I don't care if you win or lose, but the magic question you have to ask yourself at the end of the race is, did I get faster? Did I get better? Did I improve from the last race? But I'll never know that if I'm always looking at everybody else's success. You have to run your race. You have to better your time. Because again, the worst thing you can do is worry about somebody, and I'm talking even relationships, worry about somebody who ain't worried about you. Pining away over somebody who ain't thinking about you. Stop. Okay, the second thing you need to do in terms of comparing yourself. I said there was two types of people you have to stop comparing yourself to. One was other people, and the second one is your former self. Stop comparing yourself to your former self. There was for instance yesterday, the way I was on the page yesterday, and one of the girls was like, "Hey y'all, this is my first day. I just want to say I'm happy to be here." I always feel like when people come on the page, I always feel like it's like testimony service. First giving out of the God. I want to say this is my first day, and I'm glad to be here. And I'm thankful. I've been inspired. I've been sitting back and I've been watching, and I'm finally ready. So y'all pray for me, and that I, win this whole thing, and I'm able to conquer myself. Y'all support me, okay? Now, she went through all of that, had did the homework, but while she was talking about what she had done, she was like, "Well, I did have the homework, but that's more than what I would have normally done. So high five to me." No high fives to you. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Because the whole thing about being on that private Brick House page is, first of all, it's a place of excellence. Some of the bangingest, baddest women who ever put 2 feet on the earth have been through that page and currently on that page. So there's a standard. There's a standard of excellence, and there's a standard of completion on that page. It's not about doing half the work. We don't half step because, again, we pride ourselves in being the best weight loss group on the planet. Yes, even more so over Beachbody or Weight Watchers or whomever. We are the best. We are the standard. So when she was like, "Well, I did more than I would normally do," see, and it made me think, how many of us do that with our lives? Just get satisfied with not completing something, but finding a moral victory in terms of, well, but at least it was more than what I normally do. No. It's about finishing. It's about focusing. It's about finishing. It's about completing stuff. Because when you complete stuff, it builds momentum. Again, a lot of people don't have stuff in life because they don't trust themselves to finish stuff. A lot of people would have started that business had they trusted themselves to be able to go through all the stuff. But see, that's why people don't do stuff. That's why people don't try stuff, because they don't trust themselves. Because again, at the end of the day, people always go back to that pad. And they always look at, did I complete this? Oh, no. When I said I was going to go back to school, did I do that? No. If you have a whole bunch of L's, whole bunch of losses, you don't trust yourself. That's why I always stress Complete, complete, complete. Finish, 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 because you build momentum that way. And then the more momentum you build, the more confident you feel in yourself to be able to try something you wouldn't ordinarily do. And that's why you do it. That's why you finish. Again, you have a lot of stuff that you have, and I'm talking to somebody, you have a lot of awesome stuff to do, but you'll never get to that point if you don't build momentum, if you don't build consistency. And that's what we do every day on that page. We build momentum. We see the results of our hard work. And see, this is the thing. Let me get deep on this thing. And that's the thing about weight loss. The more you work, the more you see. Now push that thing on over to another area of your life. The more I step out on faith, the more blessings I get. And when you can tangibly see that in front of you, that's beautiful. But again, it goes back to that workout piece. If you're not consistent, if you don't build momentum, you'll never see your success. And that's with anything. And that's what you have to do. So again, stop comparing yourself to other people. Run your race. Because again, you have an awesome race. You have the vehicles and you have the vehicle and you have the tools to finish. But again, you can't run fast if you're always looking to your right and looking to your left and looking back to your past. So stop comparing yourself to other people who might be ahead. Again, another thing is you don't know how long they've been working. It would be unfair for me to compare myself to somebody like, say for instance, Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey been in the game 20, 30, 40 years. Okay, so if I'm just getting started tomorrow, I have no right to expect the same blessing that this man has attained because I hadn't put in the necessary work. I hadn't put in the time. I hadn't put in the effort. Maybe I'm not sacrificing as much as he did. So that's what you have to understand. Run your race. And the second thing is stop comparing yourself to your former self. Stop comparing yourself to your former and leave those moral victories alone. Because again, if you don't finish, it's a loss. It's about focusing. It's about finishing. It's about being consistent. It's about being every day with yours. So that's what's up. Have a great weekend. I'm gonna pop in on you this weekend because I like to touch. I like to make sure you know I'm with you. Cause I am. I'm with you every day of your life. So let's go get this thing. Love y'all. Be good. Be blessed. Be safe. Finish your homework this weekend. You know what you got to do. So let's do it. Love every single last one of you. We in this thing for the long haul. Focus and finish. That's all I'm going to say to you day in and day out. Focus and finish. Focus and finish. Love you, baby. Be good.